Hello and welcome to part 3 of our tutorial series where we learn basic softwares and basic commands which help us to understand these softwares better. I didn't think that 2-hour videos actually helped us a lot, but here we can learn the basics and we can actually get started on the drawings. So in part 1 we learned AutoCAD. There were around 15 commands which helped us a lot into drafting the plans. And in part 2, we learned how to make that 2D plan into a 3D floor plan. We incorporated everything from textures such as tiles, wall paint, furniture, accessories, etc. So in this video, we will learn Lumion, how to basically render your models. Lumion to me is actually quite easy. It's better than V-Ray. I won't say it's better, but it's easier than software such as V-Ray or Corona on 3D Max. So let's jump right into it. So I have Lumion open here, and this is this file Abdullah SKP. Here's what's going to happen. So you're going to go into new, and these are various environments that Lumion has. But when we are rendering a 3D floor plan, we basically don't need anything in the background. So what we usually go for is just a white environment. So I'll just select this. Okay, this is up, and now I'm going to import my file. Okay, let's go into desktop. Let's select SKP files. Let's open this up. Yeah, sure. Okay, so Lumion needs a lot of hardware to actually run. So that's why I'm using this machine. But even on this machine, it lags a lot. But it does that, but you don't have to worry about it because it eventually works. So we have this machine is, I think, 3060, and we have a 3080 back there as well, but seems to not want to work smoothly on that as well. But I'm seriously running out of options, but can't really do much because this software saves a lot of time. If you choose V-Ray, a single render can take up to 3 hours, just setting the basic settings, and then depends on what card you're using. Okay, so our model is loaded here. Let's just place it here. This is fine. Okay, just select this. So, okay, now we have a model. Okay, understand this. The trackpad helps you move forward and back. And if you want to move up and down, just press this and move the mouse. Okay. And if you want to rotate your screen, right click and it will do that. Okay, so let's jump into a model. Also, if you press shift and spacebar, it actually moves way faster. So let me just set some things here. Okay, so let's say this is the view I want, right? Just change this. Okay, our floor plan is going to look something like this. Okay, when I have decided that, there are a bunch of things you can do on Lumion as well, but in this video, I'm not going to get into that. I'll make another video explaining how Lumion works. Okay, so I'm just going to go into photo. Okay, this is where my render is going to pop up, right? So let's just make this a little more appealing. I hate it when you can like see a curve in the picture. So for that, let's just increase the focal length. Okay, this seems fine. Okay. Okay, this is fine, right? So what I'm going to do is, if I want to save this particular frame, I just have to go here and store camera and click. Okay, now this, even if I change it to, let's suppose here, if I double click, it's going to bring me back, right? So, okay, now we have to change a bunch of stuff. So first of all, let's go into custom styles, realistic. And this is how it's going to show up now. And we have these bunch of options that we need, right? And by the way, if you want to just sort of preview how your render is going to look like, just press on the screen and it's going to show you. Okay, I do not want the solar lighting here, like these shadows, I don't want them. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to head down to shadows. Sorry, I'm going to head down to, one second. See, this is how I can change the solar orientation, but I don't need that. So I'm just going to turn it off. Okay. So now, but we still have shadows. So if I get rid of shadows, perfect. Okay. Now, basically you can experiment with a lot of these settings, whatever you like. Like I put sharpness, like intensity to the top, exposure. And by the way, keep tapping to see how the render might look like, because if you just wait for the end, then you will be disappointed. Okay, that's too much exposure, let's just leave it. It's too little. Okay, this is fine. Right. Okay, now color correction. Choose vibration, vibrance here. Brightness. Okay, let's choose right here. Saturation. Okay, this is fine. Okay. See how it looks a bit yellow? Let's fix that. I think we can do we can change that with temperature. This is -2 is fine. Tint. Let's use the tint. Contrast. Okay. These are basic settings. Trust me, it's easier than we are. Okay. Reflection, this preview quality to high, and hyperlight, sure, we'll have some of that, and skylight, we don't have skylight, so let's just take the brightness to the top. Okay, render quality and shadows, soft shadows off. Change this here, coloring here. Okay, let's turn it off altogether. Okay, this seems fine. Depth, this is just the autofocus, so let's just leave it at that. And that's it. These are various things that you can change. We'll get to that in a different video. To be honest, I'm not happy with this, but you know. Okay, color correction, let's increase the vibrance a bit. Contrast. Okay. Okay, this seems fine. Okay, now if we are happy with what we have done, I'll just simply go into render photo. Let's go for, okay, this is the resolution, right? So the higher the resolution is, the longer it will take. So I'm just going to choose a desktop render. Let's just go with Lumion T for tutorial, JPEG 1. Okay. Honestly, I'm not happy with this render, but it all depends on how you set it, right? So in like 10 minutes, this is as much as I wanted to do. But yeah, and you're done. That's it. Now if you go into, yes, this is your render. See how fast that is? It only takes like 10 minutes to actually start. Like, it's been 11 minutes since we've started working on this, and we already have a render, and we are done. Like, the other things you can do is you can open this up, change sides a bit, and set this accordingly. So let's just go right into that. Always choose realistic. This is just better. Okay, I don't need real skies. This is okay. I don't need shadows. Shadows are fixed, and skylight. Don't need that. Actually, you know what? Why not? Okay, shadows are off. Color correction. Okay, and just select it. Now this whole render and your settings are saved. Okay, now again, desktop, Lumion, tutorial, JPEG 1, 2. And you're done. And again, let's just go and check out JPEG. See? Okay, this is what I meant by resolution. Okay, let's take out a heavier render since this laptop is working fine. It's okay. High res. Okay, go into this. Okay, it's taking a minute. While this is rendering, please do subscribe. It takes us a long way. And I think you can see one more thing. I think you can see the new paint. This we have a new channel here, so obviously, and it takes a lot of time, but slowly and gradually we'll get there. But you need to subscribe. Trust me, it goes a long way. It's a motivation. What can I say? To produce more content. And what we'll be doing from now on is I'll design a plan, and then we'll take it to SketchUp, and we'll do the 3D floor plan again, and then we'll take it to Lumion. So this is how it's going to go on from now on. And in the middle of the episodes, maybe we'll touch a bit of V-Ray, maybe we'll touch a bit of 3DX Corona, right? So touch a bit of 3DX Corona again. Touch a bit of 3ds Corona, and I'll show you how to make elevations, I'll show you how to make models, I'll show you how to perfect the textures on a specific model that you're working on. For suppose if you want to render a chair to show a client, I'll show you how to make that spectacular. Because one more thing that I have been trying, I learned these softwares on my own, right? Because no one on YouTube gives out their secrets for some reason. So adding texture to a lot of things, especially on V-Ray, is not on YouTube. So we'll do that as well. Okay, our render is complete. Let's head over to our desktop, high res. Let's do this. Okay. It's much better from the last render that we took out. And see, it only took you what? 15 minutes?